Hi there, this is Fred of our 5ED, the 5 is silent, here from Craft Beer Adventures to do a beer review. This is Sierra Nevada Northern Hemisphere Harvest Wet Hop IPA. It's a 20, actually it's more than 22 ounces. It is, I think, 25? 1.8. So that's 16, 24, so 24. Anyway, it is number 4 out of 5 in a series, and I can't tell you the other 3, but I do have the 5th one that I'll do at some point here after this. This is a special production, and I think it's been going on for many, many years, based on something I read a little earlier, and I'll get to that very momentarily. Let me move a little quickly here. First of all, at the Sierra Nevada site, they talk about the difference between wet hop versus fresh hop, and they point out an important difference. Let me see if I can read this. Over recent years, there's been some confusion about the difference between the two, wet hop versus fresh hop. Wet hops are undried hops picked and shipped from the growing fields within 24 hours. That's different from fresh hops, which are actually... They're the freshest dried hops to come in from the fields, typically within 7 days of harvest. Over 90% of the world's hop harvest happens between August 31st and October 31st, and these hops are used throughout the calendar year. And so, anyway, they go on to talk about the difference. Yes, wet hops that are fresh off the vines, the canes, whatever they're called, into the brew within 24 hours. That can make a big difference. The unfortunate part of this is that I'm not getting to taste this that freshly. I just got this bottle, but it has a brewed on date or package date back in September. Today is February 3rd. Is it 3rd or 4th? Anyway, February 3rd, 2015. So this is 4 months, definitely, over 4 months old. So, we'll see how good it is, but knowing that this is not as fresh as it could have been. All right, let's take a look real quickly at Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. On Rate Beer, this is rated at a 99 overall and a 99 in style, and the style being India Pale Ale. And that is after 1,817 reviews. Let me pop over to Beer Advocate. It's a 93, which is outstanding, with 100 from the brothers, which is world class. There are 3,383 reviews on that. It has a note here that this beer was posted on here back in 2001. So, first put on here 2001. So it's been around for quite a while. Let's move ahead. That's enough being said. And that was a poem. Wasn't intended to be. All right. And obviously I'm not going to fit all 24 ounces in there. Pretty clear on the pour there. And it's a nice reddish-orange deep honey color. Not quite amber, but definitely reddish-orange. And it's got a pretty decent head on there. Let's do our zoom cam. Take a close-up look at this. Pretty dense overall. Definitely got some microfoam going on the top there. Alrighty, let's give it a smell. Well, the hop aroma is good. It's a sweet orange, a little bit of grapefruit, some melon, and there's something else. I don't want to just be, a little too vague and just say floral, but there's something specific in there, floral. Hard to say. Now, let me take a moment and look at which hops were used here, because I think there's some I'm not that familiar with. You've got Northern Hemisphere Complex. No, I am not seeing... Well, it says features from Yakima, Washington. I'm not seeing specific names of hops, but it does say that it's loaded with complex earthy green flavors and notes of rose. Maybe that's what I'm smelling floral-wise. By golly, now that they put that into my head, I do think that is what I'm smelling, though, that hint of a sweet rose. Complex earthy green flavors of rose, grapefruit, and pine. didn't pick up too much on the pine there. I'm not getting the pine. Anyway, it says, drink this IPA fresh. Well, you know, I would if I could get it fresh. Okay, let's give it a taste. It's good. Just knowing that it's not as fresh as it could and should be, you know, I'm trying not to get that negative thought into my head. So it's got the hop bitterness for sure. There's some malt flavor there. I'm not getting a big juicy hop flavor presence. It's dry. I'm not getting any real sweetness. And body is medium. It's a little astringent, as a matter of fact. I'm left with the hop bitterness throughout and a real dry sensation. So not unpleasant at all. Quite drinkable. Going to enjoy it. Going to try not to think about the fact that if I'd gotten this at the end of September of last year, that I'd be really tasting what they intended. So I have to pay more attention when they do have it on there. And I know, you know, Sierra Nevada does to a large degree that I'm aware of. Put the package date on there. Anyway, it's good. It's good. It's not as tasty and fresh as it could be, but it is good. And I do recommend it, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. This is Sierra Nevada Northern Hemisphere Harvest Wet Hop IPA, and this is Fred FR5ED from Craft Beer Adventures, and have a great day.